Hey Links family, so great to be able to connect with you for this month's e-link. In this month's e-link, you'll be hearing about some exciting news about our rebrand that we've been going through, our brand new website that we're going to be launching. You'll be hearing about an event that we have on the South Coast, Drinks with Links, beekeeping training that Sam has been doing out in Malawi, and community healthcare training that Anne has been doing out in Zambia. All kinds of exciting things going on, none of which would be possible if it wasn't for amazing partners like you who join with us to help us to connect with people, to confront poverty, to create potential all around the world. We are so grateful to you. What an exciting month it has been. This is a month where we remember the greatest event in all of history, where Jesus stormed hell itself and rose again from the dead to declare to the world that death has been beaten, that resurrection now is on the scene, and that nothing is ever going to be the same again. And he called you and I into this incredible mission to declare resurrection life to the world around us. Tragically though, so much of the world is still in a place of blindness and spiritual death to this incredible truth that we have, this amazing revelation that we have, that Jesus is alive. There are billions around the world that are still waiting to hear this message, either because of the door being closed to it, or because of never actually having anybody come and tell them the amazing truth that we have. At the end of the Gospels, all of the Gospels, Jesus gives what has become known as the Great Commission, the thrust of the church to go out and to share this amazing news with the rest of the world, to our respective Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and to the ends of the world. The man who is cited with coming up with the term the Great Commission is a missionary giant, a man named Hudson Taylor, who started the Inland China Mission. Hudson Taylor was an incredible pioneer, general in God's army, who really shook the church out of the place of complacency and apathy when it comes to mission. There's a great story from September 1865 where Hudson Taylor, at the young age of 33, was at, I believe it was at the Keswick Convention, and he stood before the crowd and, gripping the pulpit, he poured out his passion from his heart to try and awaken them out of their place of complacency and indifference, to respond to the needs that were out there. And the way that he did this was through this really impactful story that Hudson Taylor told of travelling on a junk boat in China with a man named Peter, who he was reaching out to, he was sharing the gospel to, and at some point in this journey, Peter fell into the waters, and not being able to swim, began to drown. And so, in a frenzy, Hudson Taylor begins calling out for help, and the boat itself stops. He manages to get the attention of some fishermen, and he sees that they have a dragnet, and he thinks surely they'll help. And so he says, "Come and help me! Come and help! My friend is drowning!" And astonishingly, the fisherman responds saying, "It's not convenient for us. Why would we want to help you?" He's like, "What do you mean it's not convenient? My friend is drowning. Come and help." He says, "I'll pay you." And they say to him, "How much do you have?" And he responds and he says how much money he has. And they say, "That's not enough. It's just not convenient for us." And they go back to fishing. To which he summons all of his strength, and he cries out to him, and he says, "No, please come. I'll find the money for you." And after a bit of negotiating, the fishermen they say, "Okay, we'll help you." And they let their dragnet down, and they manage to get Peter's body out of the water, but it's too late, and Peter tragically has died. And when Hudson Taylor tells this story in the convention, there is revulsion and indignation that rises up from the congregation. They're like, how can this be? Exactly what Hudson Taylor was expecting he was expecting them to respond. To which he turns around and he says, rightly so, we are repulsed by this story. But of how much more importance is a soul in the eyes of the Lord, and yet so often we say it's not convenient right now. It's not convenient for us to do anything about this. Woe to us if we use our excuses and say it's not convenient right now because, well, I'm busy with my hobbies, or I'm busy with my work, or I'm busy with my home improvements. It's just not very convenient right now to reach out to the people that need to hear the good news or need to see it being expressed in real terms in ways that will impact their health and their finances and their well-being. Woe to us if we stand back like those fishermen and say, just not convenient right now. God is calling you and I, we the church, are God's plan to reaching out to the world. The founder of Links International Norman Barnes would be saying, the church is God's plan A and he doesn't have a plan B. It's you and me. We're called to make that difference. What an amazing privilege that is that we have. What an incredible privilege. And so today, through this e-link, I want to implore you, just as Hudson Taylor did to that congregation, let's not use our excuses. Let's not sit back. Let's not say that it's not convenient right now. Let's choose to rise up out of our apathy. Let's choose to rise up out of our complacency and say, God, we will do whatever it takes. We will give, we will go, we will pray, we will step out, Lord, to be your hands and feet to a world that so desperately needs to hear you and to see you. Now, if you're joining with us in Links, know that you are part of that army and we are joining together to see lives change and communities transformed around the world. We get to be a part of the answer. So let's do it. My brothers and sisters, let's pray, let's give, let's go. Let's keep on stepping out. Let's keep on choosing not to use our excuses, and let's step into the amazing adventure that God has called us to. God bless you. Look forward to seeing you again soon.